Does the thought of going into your next interview make you feel nervous and anxious, and you wonder, how am I going to interview confidently? Well, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 8 tips that will help you come off more confident in your next interview so that you believe that you're more confident, but also the interviewer will believe that you are more confident. Hi, I'm Renee, the career coach, and with my experience in HR, I have interviewed thousands of candidates. So on this channel, I am sharing all that information with you to help you in your job search. So if you like content like this, consider subscribing. The first tip in making you feel and act more confident in your interview is to know that you're halfway there because they called you in for an interview. Trust your ability and go in knowing that you can do this job. Number 2, do your research. If you've been on this channel a while, you know that I stress this in every way. If you're going in for an interview, you need to prepare by doing your research. Research the company, know what their values are, and be able to speak to them. Research the job. Know exactly what they're looking for and study up on the job description. Make sure that you're aligning your skills with what they're looking for. Also, research the person that is going to be interviewing you. Look them up on LinkedIn. Know who they are, what their title is, and how they would play a part in your role if you were hired into the company. Look up a few interview questions that might be asked during the interview and prepare ahead of time by coming up with different responses to those questions. Preparing for the interview overall will help you go in feeling more confident because you're not going to be caught off guard. You're going to know what to expect in some sense of the term, and you're going to be able to really speak to your own experiences and tie in why you're a good fit for the role. And the more that you practice that ahead of time and research what you're going to say, the better it's going to come off. Again, don't script anything, but practice and rehearse a little bit so that you know kind of what you want to say and you'll be able to speak to it more clearly. Number 3, build rapport. As soon as you show up for this job interview, start building rapport by communicating with the person that you're going to be interviewing with. Talk about things that aren't necessarily job related. Look for different cues around the room. Maybe they're drinking a specific coffee or have a specific mug. Maybe you like their shoes. Find something that you have in common with the interviewer and start building a conversation with them around that. You can even take cues from things that you saw on their LinkedIn page. Maybe they lived in a certain location or attended a specific university, or maybe they like the same sports team as you. Whatever it is, you can comment on what you saw on their LinkedIn and they'll be flattered that you looked them up ahead of time. Doing this is going to make you come off more confident because you're asking them about them. You're talking about other things that are not job related and showing that you're more than just a resume. You're more than just a person that's going to sit in the chair. You actually have likes and you have a personality, and that's going to come off as confident. Number 4, when answering specific questions, make sure you give the interviewer what they're looking for. This all ties into number 2, which is to do your research. But ultimately, when you prepare for this interview, go over specific behavioral-based questions. Make sure you have 5 to 10 different stories prepared for this interview so that as you're asked different questions, you're not caught off guard and you can really tie in any scenario and give them what they're looking for in your answers. This alone will help you come off very prepared and very confident. I have linked below several different videos where I go over how to answer specific interview questions. Everything from tell me about yourself to what are your weaknesses. Make sure to check those out because I go over how to answer those questions and give the interviewer exactly what they're looking for. Number 5, take notes and keep a notepad handy. This will show that you're not only interested and are paying attention to what they're saying, but it will also make you look more confident. Keep handy specific questions that you want to ask the interviewer. You can even take notes on who you met around the office, who you're interviewing with, and specific notes about the job. When it comes time to write your thank you note, you can always reference your notes, and that will help you writing a good thank you note. But also, it will make you seem like you're very interested in this position, which is always a great thing to do. Number 6, use visualization. Visualizing is huge because it's so important to focus on the outcome that you want and not the outcome that you fear. If you're visualizing yourself in this interview, doing well, being confident, answering the questions with the exact answer that they want, and just overall rocking this interview, the chances of that happening are way higher than if you sit there and wonder, oh, I hope I don't say the wrong thing, or oh, I hope that I don't look bad. The more that you focus on the good, the better this interview is going to go. Visualize yourself in a specific interview room with the interviewer, wearing specific clothes. The more detail that you can grasp into your visualization, the better. In high school, I actually played tennis, and one of the biggest things that we would do is visualization techniques. We would visualize ourselves on the court hitting great shots. And when it came time to tournaments and meets, this visualization played a huge part in us doing well because we focused on the outcome that we wanted and not the outcome that we feared of hitting the ball out of bounds or making the wrong shot or running into the net, whatever it may be. The same applies to interviews and practically all else in life, but visualizing yourself doing well will help you actually do well in the interview and come off confident. Number 7, tell yourself your strengths. And if this is hard for you to do, have a friend or a family member tell you your strengths. Hearing what your strengths are can really help you believe it. It's like getting a mini pep talk. And if you know your strengths yourself, feel free to write them out. Look in the mirror and tell yourself all of these strengths that you have and tell yourself you're going to go into this interview confident, and the interviewers are going to know exactly why they should hire you because you're a great fit for this role. And finally, number 8, focus on body language. If you're feeling less than confident before this interview, go into the bathroom and do power poses. If you don't know what that is, it's basically making space with your body, whether that's standing with your hands on your hips with a wide leg stance or doing a power X. Literally standing tall and taking up space mentally makes you believe that you are powerful and confident and strong. Doing power poses, although it may feel a little awkward, actually works and goes a long way in helping you go into this interview more confident. Make sure while you're in this interview to smile and gesture intentionally. Making sure to nod at certain things that the interviewer says. Avoid fidgeting in any way, whether that is your leg shaking or just, sitting uncomfortably in the chair or playing with your hair a lot or playing with your hands. All of these things are going to make it look like you are nervous and that you can't sit still. So the more that you're able to just sit confidently with good posture, smile in your interview, all of these things will not only make it look like you're paying attention to what they're saying, but confidence is what they're going to pick up on. Of course, a bonus tip here, you can always hire a career coach before your interviews as well. If you are watching this video and you feel like you would still be extremely nervous going into an interview, a career coach can be a great resource for you to really walk you through the process and give you all of these pointers, but on a more personal level. I myself offer career coaching services, and you can check those out on my website. I hope this was helpful for you as you prepare for your next interview. If you feel like you're going to go into your next interview and be more confident, then consider subscribing because I'm constantly uploading content that helps job seekers. Give this video a thumbs up as well and consider sharing with those that might be on the job hunt. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.